I'm going to show you an insane leveling exploit in Diablo 4. So this is like pretty much the fastest way to level in the entire game as far as I'm aware. So there's a mechanic we can take advantage of that's totally crazy. So there's the core Dragon Stronghold. Now if you've done it, you've missed out on an insane leveling method, but you might be able to apply this to other strongholds in the game. You can try it out if you find one that you like. But at this stronghold in particular, we can farm our brains out. So there it is relative to Kyovashad. Alright, so right here, we start off right here at this little junction right there. And whenever we leave the game in this area, because this one is inside of its own little area like this, when you leave game and come back in, it puts you back in the area you were in. And for this place, it'll spit us out right there, which is absolutely perfect. On top of that, we actually get our ultimate ability back whenever we leave game and come back in. And there's a farming method we can use because of that, where right here what we do is we climb up this, and then we head into here, and there's multiple groups of enemies that we can pull here. So we pulled all these guys, all of these guys, all of these ones, all of these, and then we come down here and grab all of these. Then we use our ult, and we use all of our abilities and try to farm them as fast as we can. And then pretty much just kill everything. Don't worry about those guys. When it's just the ranged guys left, just leave the game. Don't go after the ranged guys because they teleport away and they can be a nuisance to try to hunt down. So you're just going to do that and then hit start game. Now, I've heard before that if you do this too many times in a row, it might say your account's like locked for like a few minutes or something. And I haven't had it happen, but I haven't done this for more than like 20 times in a row or something, 10 or 20 times in a row, because I've been doing other things, trying to beat the main story and stuff. But if that's the case, then literally just come here and do it like 10 or 20 times and get a few levels and then go do something else and then just come back and just repeat. Or if that was not true, then I guess just keep farming the entire time. But yeah, so it's as easy as this. Depending on what class you are, it could be easier or it could be harder. Obviously, Sorceress and Necromancer, this is going to be the absolute easiest out of all the classes because they can just do this. But even if you're a Druid, you know, you have to just get like whatever AoE is that your class has. So like the roots leveled up for the Druid or something, and you use the roots, kill as much as you can, and then leave game. And also, if you do this in a group, a party, I'm not sure the mechanics would change then of leaving party and teleporting out or how exactly you'd want to go about doing it. But if you're in a party, you could kill them even more easily. But this might be better as a solo farm, honestly. And like I said, certain classes might struggle. I'm not really super familiar with Rogue, but in theory, on paper, Rogue would, you know, have a tough time on this one just because Rogue's more single target damage, I always thought. But anything that you can get for AoE. And real fast, once I do this one more time to show you again, we grab all these groups, grab this group, and then grab this group, and then ulti, and then slam everything, watch your health, and make sure you don't die. Kill them all, and then leave game again. So I was going to show you real fast a Sorceress build, in case you were wanting to see what I was doing here. Now, I know everyone's obsessed with the Hydra build and stuff like that, but I like this Lightning build that I think is really good. I really should have killed those one guys, whatever. So I always prefer this build, and you can just pause the video on each part of this and copy it if you want, or you can go with some meta build or something like that if you want. But I like this build. I think it's really good for this exact farm because it makes me tanky enough survivability while I'm farming. But it's up to you. Build any way that you want. But yeah, so that's it, guys. I'm going to show it again right there on the map. Kyovashad, just north of it, the core Dragon Stronghold. Like I said, there's probably other strongholds you can abuse like this, and the main thing is when you leave game and come back in, your ultimate gets reset. So if your class has a really good ultimate for AoE farming, then you can grab a ton of enemies in one of these strongholds, kill them all, and then leave game and come back in. And if it's a stronghold where it teleports you right outside of it like this, then you can just fire his brains out. But this one in particular is absolutely busted, and you can easily, at least at lower levels, I can get like a level every 5 to 10 minutes easily with this. The one downside, though, is that they don't drop a lot of good gear. So if you need good gear, one thing that you can do is you can head over to this region right here on the map, and you can beat this area, and then you can go to Annika's claim and do it over and over again, and just do the first part of it over and over again. And that's a good way to farm gear, where you have to kill the Animus bosses. And that one's good because you leave game and come back in to put you out right at the entrance still. So you can just farm that, just do that, back out, leave game, come back in, it'll reset the dungeon. You just do it over and over and over again in order to get the gear. Then you come here with good gear and just do it over and over again in order to farm. So what's up, guys? Now you know the fastest like leveling exploit that I found so far in Diablo 4.